Hello everyone, I hope you are all safe and well. Today we are going to start a new lesson called decimals. Our objectives for today are definition of a decimal and what are decimal fractions. First of all, what is a decimal? Simply, a decimal is any number whose whole part and decimal part and are separated by a decimal point. Let us take this example, 17.48. 17 is called the whole part or natural part, and 48 is called the decimal part. Between them we have a decimal point, so this is a decimal number. Other examples of decimal, 0.25, the same. 0 is called the whole part, 25 is called the decimal part, and between them we have a decimal point. The same for 14.3 and 789.13. These numbers are called decimal numbers. Remark, every natural number is a decimal number. For example, 5 is also a decimal number. 100 is also a decimal number. Decimal fraction is any fraction whose denominator can be written as a power of 10. Pay attention, whose denominator can be written as a power of 10. What do we mean by power of 10? Power of 10 are the numbers in the list here. 1, 10, 100, 1000, 100,000, 1,000,000. All these numbers are called a power of 10 numbers. So to know if a fraction is decimals or not, just look at the denominator. If it is a power of 10, then it is a decimal fraction. Let's look at this example. 1 over 10, the denominator, and 7 over 10, the denominator is 10, which is a power of 10, then these fractions are decimal fractions. 18 over 100, the denominator is 100, which is a power of 10, then this fraction is a decimal fraction. 57 over 1000, the denominator is 1000, which is a power of 10, then this fraction is a decimal fraction. Suppose that I have 3 over 7. The denominator here is 7, which is not a power of 10. As you notice, it's not in the list here, and it can't be a power of 10. I do not have any number multiplied or divided by 7, and I will get a power of 10 number. So 3 over 7 is not a decimal fraction. Let us solve this simple exercise. Tell whether the fractions in that are decimals or not. The first one, 5 over 9. So 9 is not a power of 10. It's not in the list here. So 5 over 9 is not a decimal fraction. 7 over 41. The denominator is 41, which is not a power of 10. Check. It's not in the list. So this fraction is not a decimal fraction. 89 over 124, the denominator is 124, which is not a power of 10, then this fraction is not a decimal fraction. 15 over 10, the denominator is 10, and 10 is a power of 10, it's here, so this fraction is a decimal fraction. 400 over 10,000, the denominator is 10,000, which is a power of 10. It's here in the list, so this fraction is a decimal fraction. 25 over 101, the denominator is 101. It's not a power of 10. It can't be a power of 10, so this fraction is not a decimal fraction. What about 14 over 1000? The denominator is 1000. It's here in the list, so it's a power of 10, so this fraction is a decimal fraction. The last one, 23 over 100, the denominator is 100, which is a power of 10, so this fraction is a decimal fraction. Now we are going to write this decimal fraction as a decimal number. We have a simple rule. It says that we are going to move the decimal point to the left as many zeros as we have in the denominator. What do we mean by that? So 17 divided by 10. I will write that 17. I will put a decimal point. Always I will put the decimal point right to the ones digit, so it will be here. Now I am going to move the decimal point to the left by how many digits? Depending on the zeros. I have only 1 0 in the denominator, so I am going to move it only 1 digit, so it will be 1.7. Okay. Second one, 125 over 100. So I am going to put the decimal point here, right to the ones digit, and I am going to move it 2 digits to the left because I have 2 zeros. So 1 and 2, it will be here. So 1.25. The third one, 135 over 10,000. I will put the decimal point here and I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4 digits. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the decimal point will be here. In this space, I will put a 0 always, and here I will put a 0. So it will be 0.0135. 14, 13. So I will put the decimal point, moving it 2 digits to the left. So 1, 2, it will be here. So 14.13. Last one, 21 divided by 1000. So the decimal point is here, moving it 3 digits to the left because I have 3 zeros. So 1, 2, and 3. I will put a 0 here, and here I will put a 0. So it will be 0.021. Next exercise, it's the opposite of the last one. We are given decimal numbers, and we are going to make it a decimal fraction. So what I am going to do is I will remove the decimal point. So I will write it like that: 0.17 over 1. I have 2 digits right to the decimal point, so I will write 2 zeros. So it will be 0.17 over 100. 0 can be dropped. It will be 17 over 100. They are the same. So the second one, 12.5. So the first thing I am going to do is I will remove the decimal point. So it will be 125 over 1. I have only one number after the decimal point, so I will put only 1 0. So it will be 125 divided by 10. 13.096. So I will remove the decimal point over 1. I have 3 digits after the decimal point, so I will put 3 zeros. .09. I will remove the decimal point over 1. We missed that. I have 3 digits after the decimal point, so I will put 3 zeros. So it will be 5091 over 1000. 1.1429. So I will remove the decimal point. It will be 1.1429 over 1. I have 4 digits after the decimal point: 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will put 4 zeros. It will be 11429. 3.17. So I will remove the decimal point: 317 over 1. I have 2 digits after the decimal point, so I will put 2 zeros. So it will be 317 over 100. And the last one, 9.0426. So I will remove the decimal point: 90426 over 1. I have 4 digits: 1, 2, 3, 4 after the decimal point. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it will be 90,426 over 10,000. Please check your agenda. You will find this video and supplementary exercises on Primami School. Have a nice day.